Hey there, Subtle Realms family. I'm making this recording for you and the channel today to say hi. October 28th, around 2 p.m. What you're seeing here is one part of the little room that I rent. It's a studio, and it's just one room, 15 feet by 15 feet approximately. Pretty small. Have all my stuff squeezed in here: kitchen, office, library, bedroom. So I kind of converted the fireplace into a herb tea station. And anyway, I was just outside, had my feet on the ground, try to get my bare feet on the ground, on the dirt for as long as I can, 10, 15 minutes. Sitting under the tree, feeling the light coming through the leaves. I've been learning that something physiologically beneficial occurs when you're spending time under like a canopy of leaves. The sunlight that comes through the trees and branches and all the different shades of green. It's really, really good for us to try and find something like that if you can in your environment wherever you live, and just spend some time there once in a while. I am having a pretty good day. I mean, I just have to sometimes because I don't want to. I know that things have gone off the rails here in this realm. People are becoming aware of a lot of it, and hopefully that brings some changes with just being aware. But the truth is, it's all happening right now, and it can get overbearing and overwhelming, and you can become a victim of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn with the system itself. And sometimes I find myself so overwhelmed that I'm frozen, and I couple that with spending time online, getting really distracted, which is something I like to advocate against. Really being mindful of when you're caught up and hypnotized. Another thing I learned recently about the blue light that comes from our devices and the screens. In metaphysics and physics experiments that have been done recently, I could find a source if anybody wants it, about how blue light holds energy into place, like it's a rigidizer. And so the energies in our different bodies with that stuckness and trance-like hypnosis from the screens, we are not on an etheric level having the movement and the flow that we should be having. And so that's another thing to keep in mind. I'm getting better at keeping my iPad at a distance, and I'm getting better at only watching a couple things a day and not like all day and all night. While I'm multitasking and doing all my tasks, I always feel like I have to have something that I'm listening to in the background, even though I don't have ads anywhere. And it's always some like good, educational content for me that I find insightful. It's not like gossip or trash talk or politics or anything like that. It's stuff that I find like practically useful. So that's good, but I want to spend more time in the moments of silence. And I get quite a bit of it a day, every day and night and in the morning as well. But I want to be more mindful and do the best that I can for my body while I'm here, to not make it even more of a train wreck than it is, or that it can be, by not being aware and not taking care of the body while we're here. And so let me tell you about what I'm making in the kitchen right now. Celery, chopped up celery really small, chopped up garlic really small, chopped up onion really small, yellow onion, and saute that, like caramelize it, and sweat it, and then slowly add in fennel, a couple fennel seeds, some salt and pepper, and then I chopped up some russet potatoes, peeled, and added those on top of it. And then I slowly added like this nettle tea brew as the liquid to soften everything back up and start liquefying it to make a soup. Like potato leek soup, I think, is called vichyssoise, but this is just going to be potato, celery, fennel seed, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and nettle. So that's amazing. That smells so good. Filling my space with the aroma of that. And I am happy. Last night I tried a live stream experiment, and I had a couple of people hanging out with me, and that was really sweet. And I did, I put it to private because it was experimental, and I'm learning what I have to do, and I'm looking forward to coming up with a topic and having a proper live and scheduling it so we can hang out. I don't want it to be during the time when other people that I listen to are having lives, though, so I'll be mindful of that. So I like hanging out with everybody too. And yeah, so last night before sleep, I just wanted to instill into my inner narrative a little bit more, do a little bit more work in there about not feeling like defeated, really making sure I'm on the empowered side of things. And even though I think blind faith is not so great and kind of a convenient cop-out, I feel that having some faith in oneself and the capacity to hold a balanced system physiologically and mentally and emotionally, that we can always bring ourselves back to a good centered state of balance when we ever get thrown off and it feels like things might start to get depressing and scary and overwhelming, to be able to make the subtle adjustments, fine-tuning in what you have going on in your environment, what you're taking in, and also what's going on the inside in your inner environment, to come back to a state of balance. And I know that when I'm able to do that, it really helps everything, the chemistry in my body. It helps me feel more capable of continuing and being dedicated, being on the right path, being proactive, striving to reach goals that I have set for myself while I'm here, and just see what's possible, to not be frozen in the headlights of the screen and unable to move and make anything big happen for us or for the people around us, to be visionaries, to allow our insights to keep expanding and sharing with each other, and snap out of the funk. Seems like there's only so much information we can take in during a period of maybe a week or a day or a few days as well. So even though I have this insatiable quest for knowledge and seeking deeper truths, I feel like I need to not be afraid of FOMO, of missing out on some bit of information that might spring up one day when I'm taking a break from listening or absorbing new things, and just letting myself come to a state of coherence with the information, and kind of recalibrating my inner gnosis, and then coming back fresh to listen again to what's going on out there with the other minds, and start over again in that process. So yeah, I'm just looking around in my environment. Birds are chirping, looking at the trees, looking at my garden, looking at the zucchini growing, got ginger growing, and gonna get outside and have a little bit more sunshine, and then I'm gonna lay back down and rest my back. But I feel good that I said hi to you, whoever is listening. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you enjoyed this little check-in, and this feels good for me. Maybe I'll do this every so once in a while. All right. Until the next time, take good care, and write in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. What's up? What are you thinking about?